Hi, hello, and welcome to the
Zodiac Academy
with Katie.
and Amanda.
I'm wearing my glasses this evening. I'm feeling very vulnerable about it.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it, but here we are.
I'm glad you acknowledged the elephant in the room.
Thank you. It was really bothering me.
Now there are 8 eyes tonight.
Yee.
Okay. So, just to catch everybody up, we are in book 2. This is, for our purposes, part 3. We are starting at chapter 21.
This is part 3 of 3.
Yes, this is the last one. So,
and before we dive in, it is time to open another.
Wait, are you going to open it now or are we going to open it at the end?
Oh, you want to open it at the end?
I
Okay,
think,
yeah,
after we do the recap. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Chapter 21, our girl Darcy takes the lead here. I guess let me summarize where we were last time. We left off at the council meeting right before the party. So the girls have been introduced to the Celestial Council, aka the parents. And now we are going into the actual party portion of the evening. Mm-hmm. Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Important things to note here. We meet our girl Geraldine's daddy-o.
Plot twist.
Yes.
Turns out he was the man in the photo.
Correct. Yes. And
he was the mystery man.
Is just as odd as our girl Geraldine is.
But also just like a wealth of knowledge.
Correct. Really the only people out here with any sense of helping us.
Totally.
So we get coerced into a private drink with the heirs, and in barges Darius, betrothed. So we finally meet her, Mildred,
which turns out our guy was engaged the whole time.
Correct.
The other heirs were not lying. This was for real, and she is his cousin.
Correct. Cousin Mildred enters the chat. And wow, she is a force of nature, shall we say. At first, I was like, ooh, no, I'm going to like her because she is these heirs out here catching strays left and right. Until Eek.
Yeah, well, I mean, what she is lacking in classic beauty, she makes up for in, shall we say, a sharp tongue and quips.
Wit, for sure.
Because she slays these heirs, and I'm like, yes, girl.
I thought, oh, maybe an ally. And then she goes, oh, and you think you're going to take my Dariuskins? Absolutely not.
She refers to him as hubbykins, and that makes me want to die.
Vom. Again. Yep. Hashtag hubbykins.
I hate it.
We'll add it to the Fae book. I say, eek. The girls get got by a foxy. So we have entered a new order has entered the chat.
Yes.
So they start talking to a rather attractive man on the outskirts of the party. And it turns out that he is a reporter and he has used his wiles to coerce them into just giving him shit on the heirs and what really has been going down at the school. So Orion barges in and saves the day, and he is like, yo, Foxy, get out of here, scram. And it can't be overstated that Orion is saving our asses left and right.
Left, right, and center. He continues to be the only guy in this equation who seems to really give a flying shit about these women.
It must be important.
The fox?
Yes.
Well.
No. Just Orion saving us left and right.
Oh, yes. Yes.
All right. So we also we set up an encounter with Hamish because he is the man in the photo and now we must know what happens.
Correct.
So they ask him about what happened to Clara Orion. Hamish at the time was the royal constable, and we find out he is the lead investigator for Clara, who is, as predicted, Orion's sister.
Correct.
Disappearance. The last place that she was seen was at the Acrux house for a party.
Yes. ...
He also mentions that he felt like once he traced her back to the Acrux residence, that he got nowhere, not even from Orion's mother, who we do meet in the next chapter.
What a peach.
Mm-hmm.
What a peach. Couple things, just a couple quick notes on this first chapter. We cover so much in like 15 pages, more than we have in maybe the whole like book and a half or book and 2/3 combined.
Okay.
Like, I just feel like this chapter specifically was sort of like drinking from a fire hydrant, and it was just detailed. Like, you are just getting force fed. I kind of feel like that's how the last, like, the third of this book goes.
I feel like once we have started to get crumbs of who Clara is,
Yeah.
that now it's like, oh, now there's a hook here, right?
Yes.
Not that there hasn't been a plot in the first book and a half.
Yes.
But now we're like, oh, we're working towards something.
Sure.
There's a mystery to solve here.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about 21?
No, I just loved Geraldine's dad. And of course, he offered help and assistance to the girls. So now I fear immediate target on his back and like fearful that
100%.
he's going to like turn up dead.
Not.
I know.
Boy,
I know.
Hamish.
I mean, we know he makes it through this like portion of the book as far as we know, but like
Yeah.
I'm very scared that anytime anybody helps him, they're immediately dead or like on the chopping block.
I have some thoughts and predictions and things I'm scared of at the end of
Okay,
this
we
book.
can talk about it at the end. Yep.
Okay, chapter 22. This is from Tori's POV. We are still at the party. We're at the party for quite a few chapters, just a plot twist. I said Darian's pulling this sullen rich kid act, and Tori calls him on his bullshit.
Absolutely.
I said she rebuffs him. Shock. He like tries to be nice to her because they've made this whole deal, and she's like giving him the Heisman, which I love. Tori meets brother Xavier.
Sweet Xavier.
Xavier makes an appearance at the party, and she doesn't know who he is at first. And so they bond over shit talking about Darius, which I love. And I said twat waffle, heart emoji.
Love it.
Love it.
Absolutely
that can
love it.
stay. And fancy food sucks. They bond over this.
Yep.
So Darius whisks Tori off through the kitchen. His brother is like, dude, could you get her some food? I better leave because daddy's making mean eyes at me from across the room.
Yep.
And Darius whisks Tori off through the kitchen to get her decent food. And then I have written down page 435, if you will turn in the text.
I'm here.
Hold on. Okay. I said, we finally get the reckoning mentioned, but zero details.
Oh, yes, I clocked this as well because I know in the last episode I talked about how, hey, where's the reckoning?
Correct.
And this is a good time to bring this up. So we had a lovely listener comment on our YouTube page.
Yes.
And gave us a couple of notable like questions answered that like
Yes.
we missed or something. And the two, and I can pop them in as they kind of come up. The reckoning is for all freshmen.
Right.
Confirmed. All freshmen go through the reckoning. And Kylie is a freshman as well.
Yes.
And she is getting some preferential treatment because she is Seth's girl. So that is why she is in these classes with the heirs. She is not a sophomore. She is a freshman.
Got it.
Yes, which I think we knew that and just kind of forgot. Because she was in that circle at the very beginning of book 1 when they're all assigned to their like elemental powers.
Right.
She's there.
It just feels like she's farther ahead.
Yeah, because she like, knows stuff.
Right.
Right.
I said food equals subs. Weird ask. That's like the food, the normal food that gets served. I'm like a sub.
A
Okay.
sandwich, like,
weird. Okay. It just stood out to me. I said we are so they meet in the kitchen. Darius then has a conversation with one of the staff. She whisks off. She goes off to make presumably the food.
Yep.
And Darius takes our girl Tori into this like ancillary dining room. When the staff comes in to deposit the sandwiches, Tori says, "Oh, thank you so much." And Darius is like, "No, we don't do that."
Yeah.
She's like, lucky to be here. And I said, it's giving.
House elves.
Okay. I said, it's giving MAGA.
Okay. I took a little bit different away from this, I think, because I don't know that he explicitly says, like, no, we don't do that. Or, like, no, don't do that. He's saying we typically don't say thank you. Like, he I think, is a little charmed that she says thanks too. I didn't read that he was like nasty to her about
I don't think he was nasty to her, but I thought he was making it clear that like in the Fae world, this is how the order is.
100%.
And it was very much like this. We have clear stations in life, and she's lucky to be here. It gives European, like old European houses, like
Totally.
staff lives in staff
Downton
quarters. Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yep.
I said Darius wants to show us his sick bike collection. So he takes her to the garage.
Zoom.
Yeah.
This is giving, let me try to impress this girl I'm on a date with.
Yes. And then on page 440, I thought this was really interesting. So Tori asked the question, like, how do you get the bikes here? Because these are human bikes. They've like changed the names to have. And I think that this is going to be important. We learn that there are several permanent rifts between our world and the mortal world where we import all sorts of goods like these. The importers like to change the names in a kind of an inside joke, I'm guessing. But a hell of a lot of our products come straight out of Taiwan or China direct to Solaria. So now we know that there are like weak spots between the two worlds, and I imagine that will come up again.
Agreed. And they've got some funny names. So they've got Yamaharpy.
Yeah. Sphinxuki.
Yep. Hondusa.
And Harley Dragonson.
Like, okay.
LOL.
Okay. Yeah, but they're funny. I was surprised to hear that too. And if I might make a prediction so bold, just like while we're here, I wonder if we're gonna have a situation where our needle-fingered friends, nymphs, try to
100%.
go through the weak spots and invade the human realm.
And I think that the girls will then have to like...
Yeah, well, they're going to have a big problem with that because like those are their people.
Correct. And they're going to have to like go back and they'll have a foot in both worlds.
Yeah.
So while all of this is happening, Daddy Acrux shows up.
I'm about sick of this man already.
He's everywhere you don't want him to be. So he shows up and Tori's like, you know what? I've had about enough of you, and gets sassy with him. And I said, Darius tries to stand up to his dad? Question mark.
Kind of. In his roundabout way.
Correct. I think he's just trying to take the heat off of
100%.
Tori, and he tells her as much, like, you can't speak to, nobody's spoken to him like that.
Yep.
And so he diverts the attention, takes the brunt of it, and at the end of this chapter, Daddy Acrux is like, get your ass upstairs. I'm about to lay into you. And that's where we end. Do you have anything else from 23 or 22?
No, I think you pointed out the biggest piece, which was the weak spots in the realm between the worlds. And I don't think we clocked this last episode, but the girls, specifically Tori, refers to Lionel as Daddy Acrux. And that just made me laugh because that's how we had like referenced him.
Yes.
And then that was what was used. And that just made me laugh.
Does that mean we'll get a Daddy Orion? He is the daddy of the family now that we know that Rip, his dad's dead.
Oh, yes.
All right, chapter 23. We are back to Darcy's POV. This chapter, finally we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the pool episode, the pool chapter.
Yes, it sure is. All right, so Darcy's had about enough of this party. She's like, I need to get some air and get out of here. And she manages, of course, to stumble into the aftermath of Lionel's ass whooping. So we see she's kind of like in an alcove, and we see Darius and Lance, Professor Orion, emerge from a room, and they are having a conversation about taking one for the team. I'm here. I'll always be with you, whatever.
They're getting.
I want my boyfriends to be boyfriends.
The boys are just getting their ass beat.
Yes,
constantly from this guy.
And Orion, with his vampy senses, is like, someone else is here. And Darius skirts off, and seemingly Orion grabs air, and she's there. He
uses coercion.
Oh, right,
and
to make her come out of the shadows.
Second.
Yes,
and she like is because still can't shield ourselves.
Correct.
It's about to drive me insane. If
it just doesn't feel like we're working that hard.
Figure out how to like do some mind like
control,
or no, like what am I trying to say?
Protection
around their minds.
Shielding.
I'm gonna lose it. Thank you.
Yeah. You got it. You got there.
Got there.
Teamwork makes the
Thanks.
dream work. So whilst Orion and Darcy are having this conversation, in stumbles Stella. Stella is Orion's mother. Stella, I said, is Karen with a fuck-ass bob.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know that's right.
And
well, we should have known from the second she entered of, hello, my shining star. We should have known.
Ick.
Yuck.
Ick.
She's a problem. She gonna stay a problem, too.
Yes. I said, Stella's out here throwing around missing dead daughter Clara's name a lot. And weirdly, her dead husband, too. She's like, I miss my Clara. She loved me. And your dad was so fun. Because Stella wants to drink from Darcy. And Lance is like, mother,
oh, no.
She's my source. And Stella's like, yeah, but like, what's a little sharing between family?
Disgusting. Also, like, implying some other weird shit.
Correct.
I don't care for it. That we should have also known from the second she uttered these words. This is on page 448. Oh my, you have been busy since the last I saw you, baby boy.
Ugh. Red flag, red flag,
No,
red flag, red flag,
no,
red flag, red
no,
flag.
No.
Red flag.
And knowing what we know after this conversation ends and where Lance is giving Darcy like the debrief on his mom, disgusting.
Yes.
Even worse.
Just wait till we get to chapter 24. All of that to say, Orion does not like his mother. That is the moral of the story there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. They continue on. Orion says, I know a place we can go. Taylor. So outside we pop and we enter the pool. And I said, finally, we're getting somewhere. Page 455 is what I have. I'm going to read you a passage, if you will.
I'm ready.
He nodded, reaching into his inside pocket and taking out my coil of blue hair. My heart combusted and a choked noise escaped me. I reached for it and he slid it onto my wrist. So he has recovered and given the hair back to her rightful owner.
God.
And I said, never have I ever thought that a hair bracelet could make me kick my little feet. But
you know how I feel about hair.
I know.
When I tell you I'm ready for this hair like situation to be resolved so quickly, I'm so disgusted. I cannot talk about it any further. It is just like, it's killing me. It's literally killing me.
Well, we'll try not to refer to it too much more, but
Thank you.
It was important part of the chapter.
No, it was totally important.
And then what happens in the pool or at the bottom of the pool stays at the bottom of the pool.
I fear it does, at least for now.
Yes. So Orion erects I'm imagining it like that David Copperfield, or was it David Copperfield that did the Houdini skit where it was like the floating plexiglass cube where he was submerged in water. That's what I'm imagining it looked like at the bottom of the pool.
Okay.
So it's like an air bubble that they both enter.
Yep.
And we have a little bit of a moment here. Some kissy, some hot and heavy.
I'm just so happy that he's finally acknowledged, like, to her that he is into her.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we have a hot and heavy petting moment. Mm-hmm. Not any further than that. Will we call this second base? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Maybe like some light groping.
Sure.
And then it ends abruptly.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, we can't do this again.
One time, can't do it again.
Correct.
Oh, infamous last words. We've heard all of this before.
And more than that, you can't call me Lance anymore.
That would hurt. That would hurt.
Yikes.
Now, again, knowing what we know and how this book ends, I fear we might get a fuck it moment coming very soon, which I'm looking forward to.
Those words need to be uttered in that context.
They absolutely must. I feel pretty confident. I think it'll happen because we just, at the end of the book, we have
just
this
like they're edging us, and it's working.
Crazy. It's crazy.
But
he does call her Blue though. Like he's still.
He can't help himself.
He can't help it.
He's in too deep.
Good.
That was funny.
I'm
sorry. That was funny
really
for
good.
me.
Yeah.
It's been a day. So Other things we learned. Clara got quote unquote caught up with bad people.
Yeah.
AKA the Acruxes. So
we think. That's a hunch.
You think it's too obvious that it's the Acruxes?
Feels very obvious. Or it is Daddy Acrux.
Yeah. And by the Acruxes, I think he is the only one that I'm like really convinced is the baddie. Although, I don't know. Mommy Acrux could be.
She seems like a freak too.
So we're standing in the hallway, and I imagine they have like one of those gallery walls, and he picks up the photo and shows it to her. There's a picture of Clara the night she vanished. And on a hunch, Darcy is like, this feels important. And she takes the photo out, and on the back, Falling Star has written us a note. Mm-hmm. So 464 to 465. Hold on.
Do you want me to read it? I've got it.
Yes, go for it.
Okay. It says, do not underestimate the beast who shadows you. He is the ultimate power ruling over your lives and the lives of many others. Beware of his lies. The answer to your questions will be revealed on the lunar eclipse. But when finding the truth, don't let the shadows take you. Falling Star.
So, are we to assume the shadows are the nymphs?
Well, shadows are not capitalized in this like they have been before. So I don't think we're maybe necessarily referencing like a singular person.
Just like the general shadows.
Yeah. However, do not underestimate the beast who shadows you. What's another word for shadow? If you shadow somebody, you're following them. And I'm a little worried because who's been following Darcy around campus to keep her safe is Lance. So I'm just a little like, I don't know. I
didn't even catch on to that. Wow.
So I'm a little worried about that.
Those English skills really getting you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he says, he is the ultimate power. So guy or male presenting, power ruling over your lives and the lives of many others. So that has thrown me off a little bit because the only person that we know definitively is in charge of a bunch of people, Daddy Acrux.
Correct.
So, I don't know.
And we also know that to some extent, Daddy Acrux pulls the strings on Orion.
Correct. Because of the guardian bond.
Correct. Mm-hmm. So perhaps, and maybe there is a way in which Daddy Acrux can manipulate the guardian bond to turn Orion into a monster.
Perhaps.
I don't love that. Also important to note, at the very end of this chapter, we get another mention of the reckoning.
Yes.
Just now we've had 2 mentions in the last, let's call it 70 pages.
Yeah, but then I don't know that we get any more for the rest of the book. I think that's
correct.
It. Yeah.
Just like of note.
Just like keep a tally there.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to note in this chapter, because this chapter was pretty chunky. We covered quite a bit. You've got the interaction with Stella. You've got the deeper. You've got a lot. But Stella makes a comment back on page 450 and says, "Gah, what a child I've raised. I'd swap you for my Clara any day." Orion stiffens and his arm begins trembling where it was locked around me. I'd trade you for Dad in a heartbeat. So obviously we're punching back and forth here. Why did he stiffen when she said, I'd swap you for Clara? I don't think Clara's dead.
I don't think Clara's dead either. She has vanished. I think that she is somewhere in a Crux mansion and she is
being held captive.
Correct. And she is the linchpin in Daddy Crux plan to control Orion.
100%. 110%.
Because I don't know what other leverage he could use against Orion. I mean, not that
certainly not his mom, because
and his father is referenced as dead.
Right.
So
just a couple things I caught there, but I found it interesting that she's like, "Well, I would trade you." So is that an empty threat? Because what we find out later, I'm skipping ahead a little bit here, we know that Stella is working with Daddy Acrux.
Correct.
So I suspect she probably knows that Clara is not dead. So she'd be like, "Oh, well, do you want to be the one held captive?" Like, that felt like a very veiled threat to him of like, well, I could just lock you up too. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching here, but that was what I thought perhaps she was insinuating.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Okay. Well, that leads us perfectly into chapter 24, which is from Orion's perspective.
Love the Orion chapters. I'm really loving the chapters from his POV.
I love Orion, and I just fear that that's gonna haunt me. I don't feel safe loving him. Eek.
Yeah, I'm scared.
So, as Katie mentioned, we get insight into Stella and Lionel, and they are having an affair. It comes to pass that Orion follows his mom, the sound of his mother's voice, and it is shall we say, an intimate moment between them.
That's right.
They are fucking.
They're fucking.
And ew, gross.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever done, but I've like got to find out what they're talking about. I said, so was Clara some kind of weird sacrifice from Stella and Lionel? At page 470, it said, I'd tear off Lionel's head before he could place this bind on me, which forced me to guard his son. I'd save Clara from her suffering and the shadows which had consumed her. So there's another reference to the shadow. This is talking about they keep reference that it's happening again. Whatever happened with Clara, they believe, or Orion believes, that Stella and Lionel are trying to recreate. For what reasons and to what end, we don't know. But we know that it was not successful. Whatever they were trying to do last time, it didn't work, which I'm guessing has something to do with these nymphs.
Well, and he says he is talking to Darius, because I find this so frustrating, because it's like we're coming in on a conversation and these two people already have so much info and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well,
what
purposeful.
Oh, of course. But he says, who have they, Darius says, who have they chosen? He asked eventually, and I shook my head. It didn't sound like they had picked yet. Darius started pacing and flexing his hand, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Picked for what?
Right.
What are we talking about? And then on a page previous to this, it says, this is Lionel speaking to Stella, and Orion overhears and says, I don't want to make the same mistakes twice. This time we'll pick the right Fae.
Right.
Are the shadows maybe like a drug? Not a drug, but I'm wondering if, because they keep talking about being taken over by the shadows, being consumed by the shadows. But they talk about the shadows consuming them and taking. Is the not a disease, but is it going to be like, I'm struggling to come up with what I'm trying to articulate here, but it feels like their souls have maybe been taken over or something. Like they're still living.
Like they're controlled by something else.
Or they're like, they've like.
Husked?
Kind of. Come back to me. Let me try to articulate a little better what I'm trying to think about. I'm trying to use a comparative to something else in fantasy that maybe we've read that I'm struggling with, but I'm imagining that they're like, okay, you know, in Between Two Kings, nope, the first one, Kiss of the Basilisk.
Yeah, we
find out, spoiler for Kiss of the Basilisk, that the basilisks are having their like powers like siphoned out through their fingers and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if it's something like that is happening, where the shadows are like siphoning power off of these like really powerful Fae.
And you think that that's separate to the capital shadows, the nymphs?
Correct. Or the shadows is like the disease that kind of overtakes your body when it's being siphoned. Disease is not the right word, but it's the only thing I can kind of come
infection
up with.
sort of sorts.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Interesting. Okay. I also have marked on page 473 when Orion and Darius are talking about what they're going to do, how they're going to protect the girls. And he says, we will get rid of them, but I'm concerned about where they will go with the nymph situation becoming more volatile every day. Darius nodded, his brows creasing. We'll have to make sure they go back to the mortal world. The nymphs have no way to travel there, so they'd be about as safe as we could hope. This is foreshadowing.
Ding, 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 ding.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that what we predicted earlier is certainly going to come to fruition.
Yep. But then Darius, you can tell that they're like really in a struggle here, because these two specifically are pretty, specifically Orion, so into one of the girls. And they are really trying to make like mental gymnastics work here, because then Darius is like, they're just talking in circles, right? Because then Darius is like, well, but the longer they stay here, the more control they get over their powers, the more magical they get, like the more power they get, the more of a challenge they are to. So now they're just in this cycle.
Right.
Of
So like, do we or don't we?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, especially knowing what we know coming with Caleb, you also have Caleb in this camp of like, hey, yeah, what are we gonna do?
Right.
Because like,
well, and they are certainly torn because they have made this pact together.
Yep.
And they certainly want to be powerful.
Yep.
And all powerful.
Yep.
But in the back of your mind, is the right thing for the realm for the girls to stay or to go?
Well, and at the end of this chapter, Darius and Lance kind of get into a little bit of a tiff.
Correct.
Of like, what's the plan?
Yes.
Because I think as much as Darius is like obviously kind of the leader of the heirs, he doesn't submit to Lance, but he definitely like
defers to him
a lot and lets him like kind of be in charge. And so I think he's like, well, what the shit are we supposed to do now? If you don't know and I don't know, then what are we doing?
Yeah, which is interesting. I wonder if that's by nature or there's something that we don't know about their bond yet.
Maybe, but I think like it's his friend and he's older than him and like he's always had the answers because like, you know, your sister or your brother or your friend or whatever that's like maybe you perceive as having more life lived and just better.
I think that it's an interesting dynamic because Darius presents as so anti that to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Chapter 25. We are back to Tory. We're still at the party. And really, this chapter for me is bouncing. We finally make it.
Yep.
So Tory is had about a fuck enough. And Caleb happens to be there. And she says, you know what?
Let's do it.
Fuck it.
Yep.
Literally. And I mean, I don't know that. Did you really? That's all I had written down for this chapter.
No, I don't have a lot to add to this chapter. The only thing I would say is, I was hoping for a little bit more.
Oh, you thought it was going to be like a little.
I thought that I was hoping for more. I'll just leave it there.
Listen, I'm fine.
I'm
glad we finally got some.
Me too.
Because,
but I have to think now too that this means that that Darcy can't be far behind. That's sort of where I've landed with that.
Yeah. Yep.
No other notes.
I did notice the consent, though.
Notice the consent, and I also really liked that Darius came in right afterwards, and he is not pleased. No, he's not pleased. He's jealous.
Correct. But that's the first time that we've ever really seen him. And now I have to imagine the infighting between the boys is...
Oh, it's about to get...
So
which
even
we've never
if the girls,
really seen before,
even though the girls aren't enacting revenge tour plans here tonight, revenge tour is still happening because
100%
they are fracturing them from the inside out now.
Oops,
I did it again.
Next.
Yep. So speaking of revenge tour, chapter 26, the revenge tour makes a stop at Max's.
Well, we're back. We're back on campus. Party's
Correct.
over.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
We pixie dust back to campus.
Yep.
And the fellas all of them look a little worse for the wear on the drive home.
Correct. And we've made it to Max's stop on the revenge tour. We are getting ready for Pitball, ladies and gentlemen. We will finally figure out what the fuck Pitball is. And
I gotta say, we were pretty fucking
I feel good about it.
I felt really good. I mean, not that this was like a huge revelation, but I felt pretty damn good about it.
It was a revelation for us. I didn't
this.
see any spoilies about what Pitball was.
No. Also, we do not know. So, because
don't spoil it for us.
I've seen some comments that are like, you couldn't have known.
Your
girls are just perceptive.
We just read a lot of romantasy.
Swear to God, we do not know. This is our first read through. I just wanted to make that clear. There was some chatter.
Oh, that we're faking it?
No, I don't know if we were faking it, but there was some questioning.
I'm not that smart.
Specifically me. There was some questioning of something I said. And I'll just leave it there.
I knew it had to be about you. It wasn't me. I'm not that smart.
Of course not. I saw. No. See, you made me agree with you, and that is not where I was. No, I just happened to read the comments.
Personality hire. That's me.
Continue.
Okay. So, Revenge Tour, we're back on it. Pitball.
Pitball. We're here,
And
baby.
what do you know? The Griffin poop is back. Sorry,
Boy,
we
comes
knew
back.
it. So
This chapter was really long, right?
yeah,
No, this
it's
is not. No,
it's not that long.
No.
They break into the Pitball locker room, and of course, we have some help from Geraldine.
Shout out to Geraldine, our girl. Listen, I talk my shit. I didn't know, and now I know.
Which is crazy considering Geraldine's on the Pitball team.
Yep.
Okay,
And
so
you know what? We love a woman that plays sports with big yitties, because like it's hard. Okay.
okay,
And that's
Great.
all I'll say about that.
okay. Wouldn't know, don't play a sport, and also don't have big yitties, so it's a
Double whammy.
net zero here. So we break into the locker room, we smear some Griffin poop all over Max's uniform. We also get glitter in the crotch
Iconic.
of Caleb.
Love it.
I
Kind of wish they'd put some on his butt,
listen.
but they did. They did it.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love that we are committed to that bit.
Oh, this is not a spoiler, I don't think. Someone did confirm in the comments. She's like, because I think you said last week he'll never beat the allegations.
Never.
And someone commented says, he does not.
Great.
Confirmed. He does not
I
beat the
want
allegations.
from now until the end of this series,
Love
until
it.
we're done with Caleb, that he is fucking Pegasus.
I
Pegasus.
would really like a Pegasus, like blow up animal in here with us. I've decided.
I wonder if we could find one for like our little keychain.
Maybe.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
One other note for this chapter, because I know there's not like a ton here.
Oh, no, we still got a
Oh, I
little
thought
bit
you were
more.
done. I'm
The
sorry.
article.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
The paparazzi.
Yes. So the PAPS article comes out. Zodiac Academy mentioned in the Celestial Times. Of course, it was a smear campaign against the girls, so we know that the Acruxes were behind this.
Listen, you guys, this is like bad journalism 101. Okay, from my extensive discussion with the two.
Lies.
And now we know. This is how every tabloid article is written.
It's giving TMZ.
1,000%.
Yeah. So TMZ reports that the girls are out here just dogging on the heirs, exposing lies, etc., and that the boys certainly couldn't do anything wrong.
Well,
That's what I took away from it.
The takeaway is that Tori's a hoe
Yeah.
with an alcohol problem and a foul mouth, and that Darcy is impaired.
Oh, yes. Yes. That she's not working with a full deck of cards.
That's right.
Yes. And really, Max.
Oh, and that Tori's a sex addict. Did I say that?
You said that she's a hoe.
Hoe. Continue.
And that Max is perfect.
Oh, yeah. Max can fuck off, okay? I'm about sick of his.
So-
you know what? The poop, he deserves it.
Correct. We were like, ooh, and now we're like, yeah, get it.
Yep.
And that was pretty much the end of this chapter. Do you have anything else you want to add?
The only other thing I wanted to know is that Geraldine does know now that the girls spoke with her dad.
Oh, yes.
That was confirmed. The girls mentioned that they met her dad at the party, and she's like, oh, he can be such a goody two shoes. And that just made me laugh.
Right. But she does go on to mention that, like, he can't stop talking about them. He loved them. Love.
Meeting them.
Yes.
She heard about their meeting and that he just thought they were just the cat's pajamas.
With it spelled very oddly. I didn't care. I don't care for the spelling of pajamas here. All right. So chapter 27, we are back to our girl Tory. Still on revenge tour. It makes a stop at Darius's house.
Sure does.
Room. I said, Milton is back and he gets a gift in the form of a signet ring. And wow. I had this, I'm sorry, Tori. I had this flagged and I don't know why. It must be about the coffee. I think it's because he is a princess coffee order, a flat white.
Okay.
Sorry. Unrelated. That was just for me. So Milton gets a ring from Tori and he comes downstairs wearing it and Darius loses his ever-loving shit.
It finally happens. The watch, the ring, it all comes to blows. And
he storms upstairs. Well, first of all, he calls Milton out and it was like, that's my gold. I can't believe you would do this to me. Milton says, I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do that to you. I'm your most loyal follower, blah, blah, blah. Well, Darius storms upstairs and boy, does he find the gold coins that we planted.
I kind of love that they have not nary suspected for 1 second that the girls are doing this.
Because they're dumb.
I just think it's great.
And then I said, oh, and by the way, Darius is big pissed that Tori slept with Caleb.
Oh, he's mad. Oh, he's mad. Yeah.
So Milton got, and we find out his true feelings. I just loved at the end. Too bad, Darius. This is Tori saying this in her monologue.
This is great.
Too bad, Darius A. Crux. You really should have realized who you were dealing with before you declared war on us.
Period.
I want it to be like XOXO, Gossip Girl.
It is it's very much giving Gossip Girl. I hadn't really thought about that. You're 100% right.
Yeah, even with like the Fae book.
No, 100%.
Yeah. Spotted.
And who's Falling Star? Who is Gossip Girl?
Anyway. Well, we did find out who Falling Star is. That didn't last very long for us.
Is it still him? He's dead. How did that get behind the photo?
Well, yeah, but that photo was from many moon ago.
Yeah, but we don't know when that little letter was planted.
That's fair. You think someone else has taken up the mantle?
I wonder if their Falling Star is like a movement.
I was going to say like a network of people.
A network and not just a person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Chapter 28. We are back to Darcy. We are going to a pitball game. And I said, so pitball's fucking crazy. I said it goes on for 2 hours. We were pretty correct.
We were so right.
With the rugby analysis
meets
Quidditch.
Mm-hmm,
Yes. That's really all you need to know about chapter 28, in my opinion.
I agree. This is a debrief from Sophia and Diego. Turns out they're big pitball fans.
Correct.
Okay.
And Geraldine, as we know, we are Team Geraldine. So our girl shows up Tori shows up in that hot outfit. She's got on the jersey.
The jersey and the over-the-knee boot, which is literally the outfit I'm planning to wear to our little game we're going to in a few weeks. So that
great.
Just makes me laugh.
Okay. I'm a tall girl, could never. Chapter 29.
Oh, sorry. I do think it's important to note, perhaps, maybe not, I don't know. They confirm that there are other schools like
correct. We are playing another school.
Right.
Yes.
So they're not just the one. That's all.
Yes. But it did not sound like they were close either.
No, but like there are other like special Fae academies.
Correct. In this universe.
Yes.
Chapter 29 is from Max's POV.
Very short chapter here.
Yes.
Literally like 3 pages.
Hold on, I got to get to chapter 29. Okay. Poor Max and his burning shorts. Because he puts on his uni and wow, he's in the midst of playing and he starts breaking out in welts, full body hives and welts due to our griffin poop. Gross. I said, I still don't know that I really understand pitball all that much, but I'm just going with it.
Yep.
You got to get into the pit and then the ball is different. There's a lot of rules that I'm still unclear about it. And I thought it was cute. He does want to make his dad happy. His dad and his stepmom are there.
Yeah.
And
his stepmom's evil.
But right. But he wants
very kind.
Yes.
Well, and it turns out all the boys' parents are there.
Yep.
All
which certainly will be a problem.
And I know that like perhaps we didn't explicitly say this, but Lance is the coach.
Yes.
I mean, I think we like knew that, but like just
we knew he was going to practice. We assumed he was a coach, but he's head coach.
He is the head coach.
Yes. And poor girls, they had to sit in the front row with all the other Celestial heirs.
Oh God.
They were like, "Come on, do we have to?"
But also, cry me a river. You got the best seats in the house, you know.
All right, chapter 30. We are back to Tori.
Bouncing back to all of these are happening on
like they're 2 or 3 pages.
Well, and these are just like simultaneously happening all at once, right?
Correct.
Like, the maxing is happening while this is also happening. Like these are all very this is where the chapter thing gets a little funky,
right?
Because these are so.
It's just sort of it's almost like we could do just like overall the end of the book, this is what happens.
Yes.
So chapter 30 from Tori's POV, I said, gang, we're losing Pitbull right now. It's not looking good. And then in walks Washer. I should say swishes Washer. Professor Washer. Gross. And he says, I've had a message from the cards. And Principal Nova is like, dude.
Who's also courtside with them.
Correct. Says, dude. So the girls have heard that he has a message. And Principal Nova says, gang, we've heard this from him before. I can't. This is too important. We're not calling it off because he says y'all need to get out of here like quick, fast. Something bad is going to happen.
Which,
dun dun dun.
We should have known.
It did. So do you have anything else from that one?
No, just all of the boys are in turmoil. Caleb has got the glitter on him, and there's chanting happening.
It's so good.
So he's distracted. Darius is pissed at his homeboy, which turns out Milton is also on the team,
and he's been benched.
He got his ass kicked.
Yeah,
so he's not able to play. Max is over here in pain with these purple welts, and then you've got Fleabag McGee over here who can't stop fucking scratching his ass, and we're just a hot mess express.
And it's no Geraldine again carrying the damn team.
She's got that team and said, "You can sit right here. I got you."
Yep.
Even Lance is like, hello?
Could anybody help her?
What's happening, gang?
Could anybody help her? You're the heirs. Get it together.
I am actively laughing I'm reading this and I'm chuckling because I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then you're reminded, right, they're teenagers. And this is hilarious.
So chapter 31 is back to Orion's POV.
Orion. Yep.
Halftime pep talks.
Yep.
They're in the locker room and he's like, hi, gang, we got to get it together. He said, we are the heirs. What's happening here? There should be no contest. We should be whooping that ass. And instead you look insane out there.
This is so, not halftime because I didn't play a sport that had halftime. Oh, that's not true. I played basketball. But this is like every single athlete has heard this speech once in their life. What the fuck is going on out there?
Yep.
This team, you're better than this team. Y'all are playing like absolute ass.
Yep.
Get your heads out of your butts and let's get it the fuck together.
And he really goes after Max and says like, hey, Max shows him the welts and he's like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
This is serious. Do you want to go to the infirmary? Because that is not something that I can fix. He tries to lay hands on him and fix him. And
he can't.
And Max says, no, dog,
he nuts up.
I'll gut it out.
Yep.
Wow. Nuts up.
He does.
Chapter 32, back to our boy Darius.
We haven't been to Darius in a minute.
Yeah, this is from Darius's POV, him panicking really about the state of the game. And he is essentially like, I need all of you to put your head on swivel and let's get it together. We have got to win this game. There's no reason that we shouldn't.
He is hitting them. He's hitting them with the Sabrina Carpenter, don't embarrass me, motherfuckers.
Correct.
Yeah.
And really it's just more of the pitball game.
Yep.
And he's trying not to
just lose it.
Yeah. He's trying not to break into his order form.
That's right. We get the chant for the first time. He's horny for the horn. Talking about Caleb.
Yes.
And Altair loves Pegasex.
I'm obsessed.
Incredible. 15 out of 10, no notes.
Chef's kiss. Only thing I don't like here, I don't like it when we refer to Caleb as Cal. That's all.
No, Cal is not short for Caleb.
What is Cal short for? Callahan?
Callahan. Good. I was going to say Calliston.
Calliston. Cool. All right. Anything else you want to add to that chapter?
Nope.
Okay. Darcy, chapter 33. It's not going well. We're still at the match. Things are looking not well for our team.
Mm-hmm.
And it again is more overview of what is happening in the pitball game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any thoughts?
The only other thing I wanted to add is I love that Darcy is it Darcy? No, Tori is wearing Geraldine's jersey.
Yes.
None of the boys. She's wearing girl. We love it.
And I love that Darius like sees it and points it and is like, oh, fuck, of course.
Fuck.
Yeah, in his chapter, he's like, man, that looked good on her.
Well, right. And, of course, Caleb thinking he just got laid and that, like, maybe she'll wear his jersey.
Nah. We
love it.
Chicks before dicks.
Love it.
Plot twist. This doesn't end well for our boys and gals on the pit ball.
Yep.
We are losing, and in fact, we lose. Zodiac 5, Starlight Academy 6. And that's really all that happens in this chapter.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like when the all hell starts breaking loose here.
Okay. Next.
Skipping to Darcy, back to Darcy.
Yeah, back to Tory.
These last chapters are a little messy.
Yeah.
We're just like all over the
place.
It switches up POVs a lot, so it just makes it hard to cover.
Heavy on like what's happening on the field.
Correct. A lot of like, then he shot out this magic and rippled the
and the ball weighed 30 pounds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we flip in chapter 34. We're back to Tory. The game is over.
Yep.
Max immediately taken off his clothes because he is writhing in pain.
The end of the game is over.
Yep.
Tory is majorly disappointed that they lost. But turns out they didn't lose. They had a miraculous comeback. And because she talks about there's like a 1 second play left and Geraldine gets to win the game.
Oh, we do win?
Mm-hmm. Because Nova politely claps and pushes an envelope into Darcy's hand before giving her the gold medal, which hangs from the ribbon, and she waves Darcy over to open the envelope nervously.
No, they don't win. The girls have to present the trophy to Starlight Academy.
Oh. And the MVP goes to Geraldine.
Correct.
I'm sorry. Yes, correct. I
yes.
apologize. Yes.
So I was like,
no,
wait,
Geraldine
I'm so confused.
Geraldine is named MVP.
Correct.
That's what I was.
Which she deserved it.
100%.
And boy, does it become a problem that these girls are out here now presenting the trophy to
in the middle of the field.
Correct.
Pitch. Which
they didn't want to do. I'm talking to you like I'm trying to justify this to the boys, like the heirs. I'm like, no. So it ensues that now everybody's mad. The boys are mad at the girls, and we're going to take it out on them.
Yep.
And so they essentially bully them in because the girls are like, we've had enough of this. We're going to fight back, except they can't. They can't effectively fight all 4 of them at the same time. Mm-hmm. And they manage to get pushed into the pit where they get sealed in.
I don't fully understand what makes them break here and like do this to the girls, but the result is that the girls are in an enclosed hole in the ground that they can't get out of.
Yes. The pit. Yes. And whilst in the pit, and again, they're trapped in here, hell starts to break loose. There is like this massive
earthquake?
Kind of earthquake, yeah. Mm-hmm. And in rush nymphs. Mm-hmm. And now it's a problem. So they are like, holy shit, we're trapped in here. We can feel the nymphs as they get close. They're trying to suck their power and they can't go anywhere. There is a nymph now that has apparated basically into the pit with them.
Right.
They managed to make it out. And upon making it out of the pit, it is chaos everywhere. Teachers, staff, kids, students running all about.
Yep.
And mass chaos and casualty.
Yep. And Nova is screaming, get into your order form.
Correct. Get back to your house.
Yep.
Lock yourself in, etc.
Yeah.
The boys, shockingly, are like, okay, well, we're gonna stay and fight it.
That doesn't seem that shocking to me.
Oh, well,
they got to prove to these people why they're supposed to be the leaders.
I guess so, but I also think that like they're super selfish. Well, I don't notice is a mention of Lionel.
Well, they left. They left right after the game was over. They talk about all the parents.
Right. Curious.
Out. Right.
Curious.
Exactly. Yeah, so the parents immediately, they're pissed because they got embarrassed by their kids.
Yep.
And they all pixie dusted out of there, and they're gone. So there aren't any parents.
And
none of the
mere
none of the parents are
seconds
here.
after they leave,
Correct.
the nymphs show up.
Weird.
Interesting. So then we proceed to fight.
People are bursting into their order forms, and we've got Geraldine and her friend Angelica, who is the other cool dragon, also Darius's cousin. They stay and fight.
Yep.
It's kind of a mix. Like the freshmen are told basically to get out because they can't fight. And to get out, and then the older students, they're asked to stay, or most of them do stay and fight.
Or if you know your order form and you can fight, you
Right.
have power. So that really gets us through all of 36.
Yes.
So 37 is a Tory POV chapter. We are still in the arena fighting each other.
Sorry, you said you skipped to what chapter?
36.
Got it. You kind of covered chapter 36.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know that I need to. Oh, the end. The important part at the end of this is the girls end up realizing that if they join forces with the boys and each other, that their power is amplified. They have the really cool red and blue lightning. I'm doing the like
Weird that I clocked that about the red and the blue dresses.
Fire and ice, if you will, is what I kept in my head. I was
sure.
like, it's a song of fire and ice. And I'm imagining, I know this is not how it works.
Spider-Man's,
but
yeah. So I think for all intents and purposes, let's just cover chapter 36 and 37 together. Because one's from Darcy, one's from Tory.
Correct.
And it kind of like rounds out sort of what happens
Yeah.
here.
So Tory ends up uniting with Darius in his dragon form, and he is being attacked by multiple nymphs, and he protects Tory, which I thought was very interesting and sweet. And I get it. Okay, sorry. So we're like,
well, but she's also helping him too, because she's able to
100%. She's got her hand on him. He's channeling power from her, and vice versa.
Correct.
And they're fighting together. But when it comes to the final moments of their battle, and it's like 4 or 5 nymphs on Darius, and they're on his back and start to siphon his power because they get their needle fingers in him. He makes a move to shield her from them. And when we leave this chapter, Darius is down for the count.
Darius is down and not doing well.
And it's like, is he going to die?
Right.
So then we flip back to Darcy.
Yep.
And Orion's got Darcy in his arms and is like, okay, we're going to make a run for it across the field to Darius. He can sense that he's down. Things are not going well.
I would say, too, at the end of that chapter that Tory kind of panics and doesn't know what to do because she doesn't know how to do healing magic yet.
Yep.
She just puts her hands on Darius, and Darius just starts like
pulling power
from her.
Yes.
Which I think is probably what ends up saving him.
Correct. The power sharing.
Yeah.
Which they kind of allude to back when they first share power. So Orion makes it over. Obviously, our girl Darcy is worried about Tory. She can't see Tory. Orion's worried about Darius. They make it to them. Orion starts to put hands on it. He said, hands on Darius. He says he survived worse. He's going to be okay.
Yep.
Tory and Darcy are reunited, and everybody is okay for the most part.
Yeah, so while all this is happening, you've got Caleb, who's using his vampire speed. So he's fighting what I'm imagining more like hand-to-hand combat, because he doesn't really have a order he shifts into.
Correct.
Seth is in his wolf mode the whole time, and he's fighting very well. And then I don't totally know where or what Max is doing.
Is Max not up at the top with...
Oh, he's fighting with Caleb.
Yeah, they are fighting together.
Yeah, because he also doesn't have a beast mode to shift into either. So they're doing more hand-to-hand combat.
Up at the top of the stadium.
But I'm a little surprised at how well they are able to kind of work together even after we know that there is some tension in the group.
Yeah.
And ultimately they're able to work together.
Put it aside.
When the time is really necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing for you to say about them.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
that is the end of the regularly scheduled programming, shall I say. Again, we are reading these reeditions, and we are physically reading them. So there is a bonus chapter at the end of book 2 as well.
Yeah.
That is from Seth's POV.
Before you skip to that, just a couple of quick things too. Tori offers her hand to Orion to power charge him up after he's drained himself saving Darius.
Yep.
Doesn't even question. And Darcy makes a note of, she says, I shift uncomfortably beside them, feeling like I was laying witness to a private moment. But talking about Darius and Tori. And I fear... I'm scared. And I think Caleb should be nervous. That's all.
I know that we've heard that this is not a why choose, but I don't know why we got to choose.
I don't understand.
This is a buffet.
And then I'm just like, who gets left out? Or who doesn't get one of, like, somebody is upset.
Everybody's upset.
Well, right.
Nobody's happy. All right. So do we want to address the bonus chapter? Did we address the bonus chapter in book 1?
We did.
So this bonus chapter is from Seth's POV. Flea-infested Seth.
I'm over him.
So we find the heirs in Orion's detention. Again. And gross. Orion has planned this really foul task of collecting stars from, what is it called? A
marsh, a swamp.
But it's not, it's like a wormhole.
Yeah, but it's gross and smelly. It's like the worm from Akatar.
That's what I'm imagining too.
And it's smelly and disgusting.
I was looking for, okay, I'm sorry. It's not important. But anyways, it is referenced more than once about Seth's role in the hair bracelet.
Well, we know that Lance isn't going to let it go.
Correct.
That really pissed him off.
Correct. And then he tells a funny story about how Seth got really drunk on his birthday last year.
Yep.
And inadvertently ends up in Orion's bedroom, falling through a window. And I thought that was just like a hee-hee, ha-ha.
I want my boyfriends to be boyfriends.
Yes.
It seems like Lance is open to it. Or the opportunities certainly are there.
Yeah, I don't mean, listen, love is love, baby.
You know who I want boyfriends to be boyfriends, though. I don't have to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
But I don't want Lance taken from Darcy. Because I also want that.
You know what? It's just like a game of Twister.
100%. 100%.
Do you want to open? Oh, wait, can I open it this time?
So we get to open up another envelope. This is book
Ruthless
2.
Fae, yeah.
Yep.
Corey, thank you for your tireless work on these. I'm so obsessed. I'm drunk with power opening this. Okay, what did we learn here? Oh my gosh, there's so much.
I know, it's overwhelming to look at.
Okay.
It's just a character list.
Yeah, no, yes, this is the character list. So we've added some people.
Yeah.
We've added all of the parents. So
Okay, sure.
Lord Lionel Acrex, Lady
Lord.
Catalina,
Not High Lord. Yuck, I hate that.
High Lord Tiberius Rigel,
Okay.
High Lady Antonia Capella, High Lady Melinda Altair, then Hamish Gruss, Mildred Campanos. Oh, that's cousin Mildred.
Cousin wife.
Gustav Volpecula.
That's the reporter.
That's the reporter, the fox.
Mm-hmm.
Stella Orion,
Boo.
Mommy Orion,
Boo.
and Marguerite Helber, which we already knew. So I think she just put them in order for us.
Yep.
These are
some
so
key
good.
takeaways?
Yes. She talks about the Elysian mates.
Oh, we also got a correction corner on this.
Is it not Elysian?
Uh,
I thought it was Elysian.
yeah, I think you're right.
Elysian.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
someone
I do like how it was like
Well,
Elysian.
we listened to it and it was something weird. I thought the pronunciation you're saying was what Google said, and we had decided that was wrong. Keep going. I'll fact check it really quick.
Oh, she has on here a divine moment. The moment the fate between a fae and their Elysian mate is decided. They both will be called under the night sky and be presented with the choice to seal their bond forevermore. If they choose to stay together, their love will be branded via a silver ring around their irises. If they choose to part, they will be star-crossed. Oh my god. Okay, here's something interesting. Found cards from Astrom's deck.
Quick pause. You are correct. Elysian.
Elysian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Found cards from Astrom's tarot deck. The Hierophant.
Mm-hmm.
Someone will tell me I'm wrong.
Yep.
Stands for conviction and tradition. It can be a sign of marriage or arrangement. Can also mean a teacher or counselor who will give advice, assistance, or aid in learning. And then the Devil, we got the message, do not underestimate the beast who shadows you.
Great. Well, that can't be good.
Yes.
Lovely.
No one had seen fire like the girls produce, that blue and red fire.
Yep.
It's very super secret and special.
And it's red and blue, and I clocked it. I pointed out that
Is that what people were mad about? Is that what they said there was no way?
Oh, no, it's something else I won't tell you because it's kind of a spoiler. So I won't tell you.
Okay, great.
And sweet Tommy, producer Tommy, hey girl, she has been deleting comments of spoilers this whole time, and I didn't even know.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy. But don't make her do that. Don't comment spoilers, please. We beg you.
We're trying to have fun.
Really. We don't know. We're dum-dums, and we don't know anything.
Well, apparently some of us dumber than others.
Somebody also wanted to correct that they feel like they do see Orion on a lot of book boyfriend lists.
Good.
So
I like him.
Now we're like...
Okay, yeah. That brings me to what I'm most nervous about. I whispered this to you at the store the other day that I am nervous, and I guess Orion does maybe make it on some lists, just not as many as Darius. Mm-hmm. I'm just nervous that means something happens to him.
Yeah, I can't believe that we still don't know what the girl's order is.
I can't believe that. I can't believe we have no idea what the frick the reckoning is.
Yeah.
And we're all supposed to be like real nervous about it. I'm like, nervous about what?
Oh, I had a good thought yesterday too. I feel like, tell me if you feel similarly. I think at the end of this book, I finally feel like, oh, I get it.
We're in.
I get it. I'm so in. I loved the ending. I flew through the ending. I was like gnawing at the bars to talk about it because I'd finish it before you. And I was like, please finish. We have to talk about this. I think to me, it feels like book 1 and 2 should have been one book. That the ending of book 2 makes more sense for me to hook you to end book 1.
Yeah, there's just been a lot of exposition.
A lot in book 1, added it with book 2, bring the font size down to a regular font, fix the margins, take out these weird big blank pages and the black pages that separate each chapter by chapter. I'm trying to find one to, like this, and then you've got a whole blank page on, of course that one didn't, of course, why would that, like this, right? Mm-hmm. And this should have been one book.
Okay.
That's my feedback.
Okay.
Because I think people had a hard time I'm holding book 1. If you read, sorry, I was holding book 2. If you just read book 1, I see the argument where people are like, I don't.
Why keep going?
And also covers, as we mentioned, 10 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But if these were together, now listen, that looks crazy, I know. But maybe edit it.
That's what I was going to say.
And this is one book, then I think we really got something.
Okay.
That's all. This is my feedback.
I agree to the edits. I think that we have finally gotten a plot in book 2.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the whole Clara Orion storyline, I feel like we're getting somewhere. Like we got hints of a plot in book 1, but book 2, I guess 3/4 of the way through book 2.
Yeah.
We finally have made, okay, is this what the storyline's going to be about?
Well, now we have some stakes.
Yeah.
Things feel like they should be taken seriously. Like things are really ramped up. The school has now been attacked, which is classic dark academia, right? The school has been attacked.
Yep.
Now we've got a thing that everybody has to come together to defend the school, to defend the thing. And so now sort of the moment is we kind of have to put our differences aside to figure out what's going wrong and how we can fix it, and then we can go back to fighting. I
just am curious how we're going to stretch this storyline for another 16 books.
Well,
we'll find out.
Order update. Still don't know the girls' order. Any changes, any thoughts on their order?
No, I don't really feel like this book changed anything in terms of order for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am worried about I'm still worried about Diego. Diego is still on my radar.
Yep.
I'm not convinced that he's team good guy. I also am, as previously noted, very worried about Orion. I'm very worried about Lance. I just don't think that good things are to come of this.
I hear you.
Um,
I'm scared too.
and those are the people I'm most worried about.
Yeah, I'm really worried. I'm really worried about Geraldine's dad.
Yep.
As he has offered help. And
Hamish,
as we
yep.
know, things don't go well for people who offer help. So I'm really worried about that. Any nice character, really, I'm just like a little worried about. And I too am on major watch for Diego.
I also think that there's going to be some major fallout for Principal Nova after this nymph attack.
Yep. And calling out Washer.
Yep.
I don't see where you made any addendums to the casting call. I made one.
Okay.
I would like to put forth a new person potentially for Seth, and that would be the footballer Trevor Lawrence.
Oh.
When we read the chapter, the bonus chapter, or one of the chapters, and I think it was from Orion's POV, and he's teaching class, and he's asked Seth something, and Seth goes, "Sir?" Like a surfer. He's like, "Dude, sir." That's all I could see.
Okay.
Or the guy from Clueless, the burnout skater from
Got
Clueless.
it. Yes. Rolling with my homies.
Yes.
Yeah. Not rolling with my homies, but skateboarder, long hair. Yeah. Got
100%.
you. I'm ready to officially cast my twins.
Oh, I'm ready.
Alexa Demi from Euphoria.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready. This book, I was reading it and I was like, oh, that's who I'm picturing in my head.
Yeah.
For the girls. So that is my big lock-in on this book.
You know who else I thought about that could be potentially really good? Selena Gomez. Like 5 years ago.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Love it.
All right. Well, we'll keep you posted.
We'll keep it rolling, and we will start book 3 next. So next week's episode is going to be part 1 for book 3 of the Zodiac Academy. I'm so excited. It's called The Reckoning. So I'm guessing
finally
perhaps it happens, or at least we make some headway towards it.
Certainly they'll tell us what it is in book 3 then.
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
We will insert what chapters we'll be covering for that part.
For YouTube watchers, that'll be here, and we'll post it on socials.
Yeah, and I do believe we're going to be doing a few more parts so that these episodes not only are a little bit shorter, but the books are more dense.
Get chunkier, for sure. You got anything else?
Nope.
Amazing.
On that note,
follow us on all the social platforms, on TikTok, on Instagram at The Story Is Pod. We are on YouTube. If you're listening to us, you can watch us there. Those are really fun. Although today I feel like I look crazy with my eyeballs and I kept rubbing my eyes and looking weird. So if you don't want to watch, I understand that.
Nobody else can see your eyeballs from this distance. Just in case
I know, but
I
was like glasses on, glasses off. Like I was just a little verklempt with the glasses of it all. But
okay.
Yeah, but follow us on there, and if not, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, and go read your book.
Yeah.